What's happening? Welcome back. So today I want to talk about what's in this box and also my 18S mountain board. First I want to show you guys what a friend of ours did over the weekend. Look at this place. She brought a sewing machine out and went to town. Got all my rubbish, all my crap. Got everything out of sight. How good is that? Loving it. It's surprising how long that took to do all this. Anyway, let's get into that box. Alright, so this is the FluxMotion DIY board that comes with no graphic or grip, and it's just the board plus enclosure for a pretty good price, really, I reckon. I've just noticed here that it's actually come slightly damaged in the packaging. Look at that. That's from where the enclosure was sitting on it and getting squashed, I think. That kind of sucks, but I don't know. I'll shoot them an email, see what they reckon. No big deal, I can hide that easy enough. So this deck also comes with all the inserts already installed. That is an absolute pain in the ass doing that, getting it all spot on, so that saves a lot of time. This has got a W concave. It's pretty mellow concave, but it's super wide deck that you can get heaps of leverage on. Obviously got the angled tips too for your channel style mountain board trucks. In this little bag, we get a really decent charge connector, which is awesome. You also get a button, and there's the other side of the charge port. So that is a really nice touch. I'm super happy about that actually. Now, I've ordered an 18S charger from AliExpress, and I can't quite remember how many amps it is, whether it's 5 or 6, but yeah, that's an awesome connector. We have heaps of little screws and washers for the enclosure. These are small little bungs that I'm assuming that you use with your motor wires. They go on, so that's quite awesome. Keep that water out as much as possible. All in all, that's a super nice kit. I'm really happy with that. A little bit unfortunate with those marks that I've got. Next, I want to talk to you about my 12S mountain board on the Pro 97 with the gear drives. All right, so this thing has been solid as a rock. I'm running this on 12S, 260 LiPos, 20 amp hour, so huge batteries. I'm running the Etox Maxis, 1 to 6.25 ratio, so it's got heaps of torque. It's been so wet here lately, and this thing has just been getting absolutely covered in mud. Little river crossings, everything's been so good. I've always ran this board at about 65 motor amps. I upped it to 70 a while back, and it seemed to be doing fine. From the battery, I'm pulling about 100 amps from each side of the ESC, and I've recently just put the motor amps up to 100 amps each side. And I've been giving it an absolute workout. Motors are running a little bit hotter, but when I'm at full rev and losing traction in some spots, it's making some really, some bad screeching noises and stuff coming from the motor. So I think I'm gonna drop that back down to 80, just to be safe, maybe 85. Yeah, 100 per motor on these Matex just seems to be a little too much for them. The other thing I did was put yellow bushes all around, which are the softest bushes you can get. And I can't believe the difference that made. Like, most people I ride with are riding Evolves on double kingpin trucks, and there is no corner that they're making that I can't with these bushes. I think these are a little bit soft for how much power this thing has. So I'm gonna put oranges back in the rear, and I think that will be perfect. So let's do that now. What I'm gonna do with these two yellow ones that came out of the back of this thing, I'm gonna put in the front of my other one. Alright, so this is the 18S StormCore mountain board I've been running. Started off with the 110mm torque board urethane wheels on it. I've now switched over to the AT wheels. So this board is geared for roughly 55 to 60 kilometers an hour. 60 on a completely full battery. I have a 12S board on AT wheels. It's just up there. That there is pulling 120 amps from that battery, running 65 amps at the motors. Basically the same stats as what this is set up. That one's running 12S, this is running 18S. So they're both geared for about that 55 top speed. They're both running 65 amp to the motors. They're both the Maytech 6374 motors, yet this thing would eat that board alive. It's just got so much more torque down the bottom. They've both got the same top speed, but the torque from the bottom is just so much better on this thing. Hopefully in the future, I'll be able to do some videos with some hard evidence to compare them and actually get some, some real world feedback, and you can see for yourself. Some people are a bit skeptical on, the power output and 18S versus 12S. Hopefully we can do some tests and really see the difference. I'm loving this thing. It didn't feel much lighter than my other mountain board with the gear drives. After riding this a fair bit and jumping it, it is definitely lighter. It is such a different board to jump. Now that I've got the yellow bushings in the front of this thing, let's take it out and we'll have a rip and we'll go find some skate parks and do some jumps. Let's go. Well, that's the old skate park of town. We'll do one or two more jumps and we'll shoot off to the new park of town. Right, so this is the new park. I'll try and get a bit of a line going through here and see what we can come up with. I'm absolutely buggered, but I think I'm gonna save this big jump till last. It's just straight up that wall. Shit. I can't believe I made it over that block up there. That's crazy. It's the first time I've ever done that. Almost ate shit the first time. The front of the deck was so high. I'm glad I kept it together. So mate, let's cruise home. Well, I hope that looks sick on the Insta360. I've only just got it, done a couple of videos on it, and it, yeah, seems pretty cool. That's it for this one. I'm freaking loving these mountain boards. If you've only ridden Evolves or street boards, you know, I really suggest try out some bindings. Get a board that you don't have to worry about bashing the bottom on the ground or on gutters, and yeah, try and get the wheels off the ground. It's freaking awesome. There's nothing like it. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it. Subscribers just keep going up, and yeah, it's getting me really pumped. So thanks heaps. Until next time, cheers.